East Act on Video proudly presents 6 easy lessons for the 6 forms Tai Chi Chuan. These lessons are written by Dr. Paul Lam, who is a gold medal winner of international competition and the chief instructor of Better Health Tai Chi Chuan. A demonstration of the complete 6 forms Tai Chi Chuan and a preview of other Tai Chi videos by Dr. Paul Lam are located near the end of this video. Tai Chi Chuan originates from ancient China and is commonly known as Tai Chi. It is nowadays well known as the ultimate form of exercise for the improvement and maintenance of health. This powerfully effective art form has been proven to relax and yet strengthen both the mind and body, and is suitable for almost everyone to learn. Many people have found Tai Chi difficult to learn, especially from a video. The fact is, one does not need to reach a very advanced level in order to gain significant health benefits. Tai Chi can be made easier to learn, especially if we focus our effort mainly on its health aspects. In 1993, at the 3rd International Tai Chi Chuan competition in Beijing, China, Dr. Paul Lam had won 1 gold and 2 silver medals. Paul has taught authentic Tai Chi Chuan for many years. He has now composed the 6 forms Tai Chi Chuan based on the world's most popular 24 forms. It is designed to teach an absolute beginner the whole set of forms in 6 lessons. With regular practice, one will be able to enjoy the benefits of mental relaxation, physical fitness, and improvement of all aspects of health. Lesson 1.
Hello and welcome. I'm Paul Lam. In the next 6 lessons, I'm going to take you through the 6 forms as though you're one of my students. Except one thing, if you have any questions, you cannot raise your hands. You'll have to write to me. Please put on some loose, comfortable clothes and flat shoes. Let's start with some warm-up exercises. I'd like you to meet Ian. Hi Ian. Ian will start with the warm-up exercises.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the 6th form Tai Chi Chuan. Before we begin, I'd like to take you through a series of simple warm-up exercises. Perhaps you'd like to follow me as we go. For the first exercise, raise your hands in front of your chest, lightly clench your fist, make sure your shoulders are relaxed and down, and then turning from the waist, beginning on the left side, just turn as far as you can either side. Don't overstretch yourself, make sure you're comfortable. Try and make the movements smooth and continuous. This is the second warm-up exercise. Again, feet comfortably apart, nice and relaxed. Left hand on your hip, raise your right hand over your head and bend the waist sideways. Repeat the movement on the other side. Again, try to keep all your movements smooth and continuous. Don't overextend yourself. The third warm-up exercise is just turning the pelvis to loosen the hips. So begin with your hands on your hips, turning in the circle forward and backwards. Nice full circles. Just 3 each side will be sufficient at this stage. You of course can do more in your warm-ups if you wish. And then turning in the opposite direction. Nice full movements, smooth and continuous, and within your capabilities, remember. Okay. The fourth warm-up exercise is a variation on the hand-to-toe exercise. So widen your stance about 2 shoulder widths, arms out beside your body, beginning with the right hand, touch the left toe, and remember to bend your knee in this exercise. Try to keep your movements smooth and continuous and not jerky. It's very important that you remember to bend the knee. The next warm-up exercise is to loosen the knees. Begin with your feet together, bend your knees slightly, hands on the knees, and turn the knees in circles, small circles. First left to right, and then changing direction right to left. Don't overextend yourself in this exercise, and don't go down too low, only as low as is comfortable for you. The last warm-up exercise is aimed at loosening up the ankles. So weight on your right foot, just step back slightly on the left, balancing on the ball of the left foot, turn the ankle 3 times in one direction and then 3 times in the other. Step up, this time right foot back, turning the ankle 3 times in one direction and then 3 times in the opposite. Step up.
Now we are ready to start learning Tai Chi Chuan. I'd like you to concentrate on 3 things throughout all our lessons. Make all your movements slow, even, and continuous. The first form is the commencement form. To start with, bring your feet together, relax, tuck your chin slightly in, and separate your feet. Lift your heel first, then lift your hands up slowly as though there's 2 balloons, lifting it up, and press your hands down gently, bend your knee at the same time. Now, I'd like everybody to follow Ian. Hi. Let's start. Separate your feet. Keep your feet at shoulder width. Lift your hands up slowly and let the hands stay in shoulder width up to shoulder height. Press down gently, bend your knee and stop at navel height.
That was Form 1, commencing form. Now follow the group.
Now follow me. Start feet together. Separate your feet. Hands up slowly. Hands down. Bend your knee. Keep your body upright.
Please remember this position We will start from here for the next form.
Next form is brush knee. Last time we finished here. Now bring the right hand up in a curve, left hand next to the right elbow, bring the left foot next to the right, looking at the right hand.
Follow Ian.
Bring the right hand up, left hand next to the right, and then bring your left foot next to the right.
Now follow the group. Now follow Paul.
Move your hands in curves, right hand up, left hand next to the right.
Next, Paul will start again from the beginning of Form 2.
Next move, step your left foot to the left, and then brush your left hand past your knee, right hand past your ear, and shift your weight forward.
Next, follow Ian. Notice we start again from the beginning of each form.
Bring the right hand up, left hand next to right, step your left foot out to the left, and brush knee, push your right hand past your ear. Look straight ahead.
Now follow the group. Again from the beginning of Form 2. Now follow Paul. This is the first of the 3 brush knee movements. We will do the next 2 in Lesson 2.
Brush knee with the left hand, push your right hand forward.
Before Lesson 1 finishes, we will discuss some common problems.
I'd like you to take particular notice in your hand position. Throughout the whole form, your hand should be like this, in a very slight, gentle curve. And the fingers should be together without actually touching. Your thumb should be a little bit open up, and it shouldn't be inwards like this. If you look at it sideways, it shouldn't be like this. It should be at the same plane, as though both your hands are holding a gigantic ball. Both stance is a very important step in our move. We do that all the time. When you're doing a bow stance, the foot in the front is facing straight ahead. The foot in the back is facing 45 degrees from here. More weight is in front. And if you bring your foot in the back up, there should be a separation of roughly a shoulder width. To get to a bow stance, for instance, when we do before brush knee, as you step your left foot out, brush past your knee, push your right heel backwards so that your right foot is now facing 45 degrees from the left. I'll just show you again. We were starting from here. Step your left foot out, and then you push your right heel backwards so that your right toes are pointing 45 degrees from the left. To do this would improve your stability. One of the common mistakes is before people do brush knee, they tend to lean forward. Ian will show you. Step to the left, brush knee. Now a lot of people will lean too far forward like this, and that is wrong and not healthy to your back. Your body should be upright in a straight line. One common mistake is at the end of commencement form, people tend to stand up as they move to get ready for brush knee. Ian will demonstrate this. And he let himself stand up. That is wrong. Now, Ian will demonstrate the right way to do this. At the end of the commencement form, going to brush knee, keep your knee bent and keep your body at the same height. I would like you to practice a while after this lesson until you are confident that you can remember how to do these movements. Rewind the lessons again if you like, but don't proceed to the next lesson until you are proficient with these movements.
Welcome back to Lesson 2. We will start with the warm-up exercises with every lesson. Please follow Ian. The first exercise, turn your waist with fists closed. Make sure you are standing straight. Relax and tuck your chin in. Please do all movements gently and smoothly. Do each movement 3 times and be sure not to overextend yourself. The second warm-up exercise, stretch your arm over your head. Put your right hand on your hip and stretch your left arm gently over your head. Return to the beginning position before starting the next movement. Do all movements slowly. The third warm-up exercise, turning hip. Turn your hip in a circular motion, within your own comfortable range, keeping your feet completely on the ground, turning gently and slowly, and then in the reverse direction. The fourth warm-up exercise, hands touching opposite toes. Open your legs wider for this exercise. Make sure your left knee is bent so that you won't overstretch your back. Stand up straight before bending down again. The fifth warm-up exercise, turning knees in circles. Bend down to your own comfortable range. Please don't make yourself go too low. Turn your knees in gentle circles. Reverse direction and turn the other way 3 times. The sixth warm-up exercise, ankle and toes turning. Step back a little and keep the ball of your foot on the ground. Move your foot in a circular fashion, gently and continuously.
Last lesson, we did the first 2 forms. Let's start with revision. Follow me. Separate your feet. Hands up slowly. Hands down. Right hand up, left hand next to right. Step your left foot to the left. Brush knee.
If you are unable to remember these, please go back to Lesson 1.
From the end of last lesson, the next move is you transfer your weight backwards and turn your right hand towards you.
Follow Ian.
Transfer your weight, turn your hand towards you.
Now follow the group. Now follow Paul.
transfer your weight, turn your hand, looking at your hand.
Now let us start from the beginning of lesson 2.
Now transfer your weight back, turn your left hand, turn your body to the left. Now step your right foot next to left, look at your left hand. Keep the right hand next to the left elbow.
Follow Ian.
Transfer your weight backwards, turn your right palm, continue to turn, and look at your left hand. Notice you have, as you turn your waist, you turn your left toe outwards and bring your right foot next to the left.
Now follow the group. Now follow Paul.
Transfer your weight backwards, turn your palm towards you.
Now let us start from the beginning of lesson 2 again.
Transfer your weight backwards, turn. Now step forward with the right foot this time, brush knee with the left hand and push the right hand.
Follow Ian.
Transfer your weight backwards. Now look at your left palm, step your right foot forward, brush knee.
Now follow the group. Now follow Paul.
Transfer your weight backwards, turn, keep looking at the right palm. Now look at the left palm, step the right foot forward, brush knee, and
This is the second brush knee. Let's start from the beginning.
transfer your weight backwards, turn to your right hand. Notice this is the second brush knee, step forward. Transfer your weight again, turn the left hand. This will be the third brush knee.
Follow Ian.
Turn and look at the right hand. Step your right foot forward, brush knee, and repeat that. Transfer your weight backwards. Look at the left hand. Now look at the right hand. Step forward, brush knee, the third one.
Now follow the group. Now follow Paul.
Transfer your weight backwards, turn, looking at the left hand, step the right hand forward, brush knee, transfer your weight backwards, turn the left hand, look at the right hand now, brush knee and push right hand forward. The next form is playing the root. In last form, we finished with this. Step half a step forward with the right foot. Withdraw your right hand back, left hand forward.
Follow Ian.
Half a step forward with the right foot. Left hand forward, right hand back.
Now follow the group. Now follow Paul.
Follow me. Half a step forward, the right foot. Right hand back, left hand forward.
From the beginning of Form 3.
Again, from the end of brush knee, half a step forward, right hand back, left hand forward. Continue to move your weight backwards and straighten your body. Put your hands a little bit closer and lift your left foot out so you are touching your heels on the ground.
Follow Ian.
Half a step forward with the right foot, right hand back, left hand forward. Continue to sit back and hands together, right hand next to the left elbow, and make sure you're standing on the left heel, weight mainly on the right leg.
Now follow the group. Now follow Paul.
Follow me. Half a step forward, right hand back, left hand out. Turn waist, hands together.
Let's look at some common problems.
A common mistake is after the first brush knee, when you transfer your weight backwards, turn your left hand, and then turn your foot to the left to get ready for the next brush knee. People tend to, from here, do this way, which I'll demonstrate. People transfer their weight and then they simply turn their toe upwards and then bring their foot forward. That is incorrect. The right thing is to make your hip turn and then take your toe to turn. So I demonstrate the correct way this time. Transfer your weight back, turn with your hip, then step up to get ready. Good health is priceless, so it is really worth your while to do these exercises. You'll find that the more practice you do, the more you enjoy doing it, and of course, the more benefit you'll be getting.
Welcome back to Lesson 3. We will start the warm-up exercises with every lesson. Please follow the group. The first exercise, turn your waist with fists closed. Make sure you are standing straight. Relax and tuck your chin in. Please do all movements gently and smoothly. Do each movement 3 times and be sure not to overextend yourself. The second warm-up exercise, stretch your arm over your head. Put your right hand on your hip and stretch your left arm gently over your head. Return to the beginning position before starting the next movement. Do all movements slowly. The third warm-up exercise, turning hip. Turn your hip in a circular motion, within your own comfortable range, keeping your feet completely on the ground, turning gently and slowly, and then in the reverse direction. The fourth warm-up exercise, hands touching opposite toes. Open your legs wider for this exercise. Make sure your left knee is bent so that you won't overstretch your back. Stand up straight before bending down again. The fifth warm-up exercise, turning knees in circles. Bend down to your own comfortable range. Please don't make yourself go too low. Turn your knees in gentle circles. Reverse direction and turn the other way 3 times. The sixth warm-up exercise, ankle and toes turning. Step back a little and keep the ball of your foot on the ground. Move your foot in a circular fashion, gently and continuously.
Welcome back. In the last lesson, we finished with playing the root. Let's start with the revision.
After following Paul for this revision, try practicing a few times by yourself. If you're unable to do this, please go back to lesson 1 and 2. Practice until you are able to do them well before starting this lesson. Learning Tai Chi is like building a house. If your foundation is not sound, it will be unwise to keep on building.
Push your right hand out, brush knee first time, transfer your weight backwards, turn, looking at the left hand, brush knee, transfer your weight, turn, brush knee, half a step forward, right hand back, left hand forward. The next form is repulse monkey. From here, firstly, turn the right hand upwards and turn the left hand slightly.
Follow Ian.
Turn the right hand up, turn your left hand slightly.
Now follow the group. Now follow Paul.
Turn your right hand upwards, left hand slightly.
From the beginning of Form 4.
Turn the right hand up. Continue to move your right hand in a curve. Now both hands are up, facing each other. Look at the right hand.
Follow Ian.
Turn the right hand. Turn your left hand gradually. And then look at the right hand. Now both hands are opposite each other, diagonally.
Now follow the group. Now follow Paul.
Turn the right hand, turn the left hand gradually. Look at the right hand.
From the beginning of Form 4.
Turn the right hand, turn the left hand. From here, turn the right hand next to your ear, bring your left hand back and bring your left foot back.
Follow Ian.
Turn the right hand, continue to turn. Then move the right hand next to your ear, left hand back, left foot backwards.
Now follow the group. Now follow Paul.
Turn the right hand back, looking at the right hand, look back, bring the right hand next to your ear.
From the beginning of Form 4.
Turn the right hand, turn the left hand slowly, bring the right hand back, and continue to move the right hand forward. Step your left foot back in a curve, and lift the right heel up, and then straighten your right foot.
Follow Ian.
Turn the right hand, look back, to the right hand. Bring the right hand forward, left hand back, and sit your weight back. Maintain your body upright, and your left foot goes back in a curve.
Now follow the group. Back to following Paul.
Turn the right hand, looking at the right hand. Push the right hand forward, step back in a curve. The right hand facing front, left hand next to your hip.
Now from the beginning again.
Turn the right hand. Push the right hand forward. Look ahead. Turn the left hand the same way.
Follow Ian.
Turn the right hand. Turn the left hand gradually, looking back. Push your right hand forward and step back. And then continue to move your left hand up. Turn the right hand gradually, so both hands are facing each other diagonally. Make sure the weight is now on the left side.
Now follow the group. Now follow Paul.
Turn the right hand. Look at the right hand. Push right hand forward. Turn both hands.
From the beginning of Form 4.
Turn the right hand. Looking at the right hand. Then push the right hand forward, step back. And turn your body, look at the left hand, and then bring the left hand back next to your ear. Do the same thing, step back with the right foot this time, push your left hand forward, and then weight on the right side.
Follow Ian.
Turn your right hand and push your right hand forward, step back, continue to move. Look at the left hand, bring the left hand next to your ear, push your left hand forward and step back with the right foot.
Now follow the group. Now follow Paul.
Look at the right hand. Push your right hand forward. Sit back. Weight on the left side. Keep body upright. Push your left hand forward. And weight back. Now, notice as I landed here, from here, as I go down with my right foot, I landed with my toe first, and then I turn my right heel inward, like this. And then I put my weight down here.
From the beginning of Form 4.
Turn your right hand. Push the right hand forward. Looking at the left hand. Look forward. Now here, continue to move your right hand around. Left hand follows underneath. to carrying a ball with the right hand on top. Bring your left foot next to the right.
Follow Ian.
Push the right hand forward. Turn, look at the left hand. Push the left hand forward. Then continue to move the right hand around, left hand underneath to carry a ball with palm face each other. Bring your left foot next to the right.
Now follow the group. Now follow Paul.
Push the right hand forward. Carrying a ball and look straight ahead.
Now some common problems before lesson 3 is finished.
A common mistake at repulse monkey is as you step your foot back, people tend to place their foot too close to the line, so they won't be stable. Ian will demonstrate this. He'll step his left foot back, and his left foot is too close to the same line as his right foot. Now he'll demonstrate the correct way. Okay, now Ian will step his left foot back in a curve, and so both feet are separated by some distance, so he has better stability. The most effective way to learn anything new is to practice it straight away, and then again on the next day. You will remember it much better than doing it days later. So I would like you to practice the forms you just learned now and do this for a while before you leave, and then the next day.
Welcome back to lesson 4. We will start with the warm-up exercises with every lesson. Please follow the group. The first exercise, turn your waist with fists closed. Make sure you are standing straight. Relax and tuck your chin in. Please do all movements gently and smoothly. Do each movement 3 times, and be sure not to overextend yourself. The second warm-up exercise, stretch your arm over your head. Put your right hand on your hip and stretch your left arm gently over your head. Return to the beginning position before starting the next movement. Do all movements slowly. The third warm-up exercise, turning hip. Turn your hip in a circular motion, within your own comfortable range, keeping your feet completely on the ground, turning gently and slowly, and then in the reverse direction. The fourth warm-up exercise, hands touching opposite toes. Open your legs wider for this exercise. Make sure your left knee is bent so that you won't overstretch your back. Stand up straight before bending down again. fifth warm-up exercise, turning knees in circles. Bend down to your own comfortable range. Please don't make yourself go too low. Turn your knees in gentle circles. Reverse direction and turn the other way 3 times. The sixth warm-up exercise, ankle and toes turning. Step back a little and keep the ball of your foot on the ground. Move your foot in a circular fashion, gently and continuously. Now let's do a revision from the very beginning. Try to keep your body at the same height, as though there is a low ceiling preventing you from standing up, but keeping your knees bent to a degree comfortable for you. Try not to force your stance too low. Later on, you'll be able to lower your stance. Do all movements slowly, gently, and at the same speed.
In this lesson, we're going to learn stroking bird's tail. This is the most important form. It consists of 4 components. This is what we use for pushing hands. Pushing hands is a technique in Tai Chi Chuan we use to practice application and to appreciate the deeper meaning of Tai Chi Chuan. While pushing hands is out of the scope for our lessons at present, to learn this form is very important. Last lesson, we finish off with here, carrying the ball. Next, step your left foot out and walk off with the left hand in front, forming a semicircle. Right hand down next to your hip and look straight ahead.
Follow Ian.
Step your left foot towards the left. Walk off with the left hand out here, forming a semicircle. Right hand in front and next to your hip. Look straight ahead.
Now follow the group. Now follow Paul.
Step your left foot to the left, walk off, look straight ahead.
From the beginning of Form 5.
Step your left foot forward, walk off, and then turn your left hand out like this. Turn your right hand up. Both hands should be separated about 1 forearm distance.
Follow Ian.
Step your left foot to the left, walk off, and then continue to turn slightly with your waist, and left hand out, right hand up.
Now follow the group. Now follow Paul.
Walk off, continue to turn slightly.
From the beginning of Form 5.
First, walk off, turn hands. Here, you roll back by moving your waist back, turn your waist, and bring both hands back in a curve. So now you're looking at the right hand.
Follow Ian.
Step your left foot out, wall off, turn your hands, roll back, turn your waist, and look at the right hand.
Now follow the group. Now follow Paul.
Step your left foot out, wall off, turn your hands, roll back, look at the right hand.
From the beginning of Form 5.
Step your left foot out, wall off, turn both hands, roll back, then here turn the right hand around, join with the left hand, and then turn your body straight and push forward. Form a semicircle with both your hands in front of you.
Follow Ian.
Step the left foot out, wall off, turn your hands, roll back as though you're dragging somebody down, turn your hands, join your hands and push forward to form a semicircle in front of you. Notice you moved your weight forward as well.
Now follow the group. Now follow Paul.
Wall off first, turn both hands, roll back as though you're dragging somebody down and away. Join hands, push.
From the beginning of Form 5.
Step, wall off, turn your hands, roll back, join hands and push in front. Here, you separate your hands so that both your hands are now shoulder width and shoulder height.
Follow Ian.
Step your left foot out, wall off. Wall off is like blocking. Roll back is to deflect people's force. Join hands to push people away, and then separate your hands.
Now follow the group. Now follow Paul.
Step your left foot out, wall off first, turn your hands, roll back, take care to use your waist to direct your movements. Turn your right hand around, join hands, push forward, separate your hands.
From the beginning of Form 5.
Step your left foot out, wall off, turn your hands, roll back. Remember your waist directed all your movements. Join hands, push forward, separate hands. Now as you transfer your weight back, bring your hands back to in front of your chest and bring them down to in front of your hip.
Follow Ian.
Step your left foot out, wall off, turn your hands, roll back, join your hands, push forward to press, open your hands out, bring your hands back and down.
Now follow the group. Now follow Paul.
Step your left foot out, wall off, turn your hands, roll back, join hands, push forward, open your hands, bring your hands back and down.
From the beginning of Form 5.
Step your left foot to the left, wall off, turn your hands, roll back, take care to move your waist. Turn your right hand around, join hands and push out. Separate your hands, bring your hands back, down, and now push out in a curve.
Follow Ian.
Wall off, turn your hands, roll back, join hands, push forward as though you're pushing someone away. Separate your hands, bring the hands back, down, and push out to push someone away, also pushing upwards.
Now follow the group. Now follow Paul.
Step your left foot out, wall off, turn, roll back, join hands, push out, open your hands, bring your hands back, down, and then push out in a curve.
Let's look at some common problems.
The common mistake here is after wall off, turn hands and roll back, then to go to the next move, a lot of people move their weight forward already before they're pressing forward. Ian will demonstrate the wrong way first. So his knee is moving forward, weight forward, and then he push forward. That is incorrect. Ian will now demonstrate the correct way. Okay, now he joins his hands and his whole body is coordinated. As he push forward, he gradually moves his weight forward. So his movements are fully coordinated. The power comes from his waist. Please keep practicing, trying to make it a regular daily routine. Say spend 15 minutes every morning to practice. You will find your day become much more interesting and productive.
Welcome back to Lesson 5. We will start with the warm-up exercises with every lesson. Please follow the group. The first exercise, turn your waist with fists closed. Make sure you are standing straight. Relax and tuck your chin in. Please do all movements gently and smoothly. Do each movement 3 times and be sure not to overextend yourself. The second warm-up exercise, stretch your arm over your head. Put your right hand on your hip and stretch your left arm gently over your head. Return to the beginning position before starting the next movement. Do all movements slowly. The third warm-up exercise, turning hip. Turn your hip in a circular motion, within your own comfortable range, keeping your feet completely on the ground, turning gently and slowly, and then in the reverse direction. The fourth warm-up exercise, hands touching opposite toes. Open your legs wider for this exercise. Make sure your left knee is bent so that you won't overstretch your back. Stand up straight before bending down again. The fifth warm-up exercise, turning knees in circles. Bend down to your own comfortable range. Please don't make yourself go too low. Turn your knees in gentle circles. Reverse direction and turn the other way 3 times. The sixth warm-up exercise, ankle and toes turning. Step back a little and keep the ball of your foot on the ground. Move your foot in a circular fashion, gently and continuously. Now let's do a revision from the very beginning, taking particular notice of where your eyes are focusing. For every move, the eyes have to focus at the right direction. Eyes are the spirit of your soul. If you are not focusing at the right direction, the feel of the movement will be wrong.
Welcome back to this lesson. Last lesson, we finished with stroking bird's tail. Now this lesson, we're going to turn you around to do the same thing the other side. So last lesson, we finished off from here. Now the next move is transfer your weight back, turn your left toe inwards, and bring your hands, open them up, looking at the right hand.
Follow Ian.
Transfer your weight, turn your left foot right around so you face straight ahead. Open your hands out in a curve.
Now follow the group. Now follow Paul.
Transfer your weight backwards, turn your left toe inwards, open your hands up, looking at the right hand.
Now from the beginning again.
Transfer your weight backwards, turn the left foot, and then open up, and then bring your left hand in a curve to go up, right hand down in a curve to carrying a ball. Bring your right foot next to the left.
Follow Ian.
Transfer your weight backwards, turn your left toe inwards, open up your hands, then bring the left hand around, right hand underneath to carry a ball. Look straight ahead.
Now follow the group. Back to following Paul.
Transfer your weight backwards, turn the left toe inwards, open up your hands, then left hand on top to carry a ball.
Now from the beginning again.
Again from the beginning of this lesson, but I'm going to turn around so that you can see the rest of the movements. Again, transfer your weight, turn your left toe inwards, open up, carrying a ball, look ahead, step your right foot forward to the right this time, and wall off, looking ahead.
Follow Ian.
Transfer your weight, turn your left toe inwards, open up your hands, carrying a ball with the left hand on top. Step the right foot out to the right and wall off with the right hand this time.
Now follow the group. Back to following Paul.
Transfer your weight backwards, turn your left toe inwards, open up your hands in a curve. Take care to move everything in a curve. Carrying a ball, step the right foot out, wall off.
Let's start from the beginning.
Transfer your weight backwards, turn your toe in, open up, carrying a ball, step to the right, wall off, and as before, turn both your hands out.
Follow Ian.
Transfer your weight backwards, turn your toe in, open up your hands, carrying a ball with the left hand on top. Step your right foot up, wall off, turn both hands, make sure you turn your waist to take your hands.
Now follow the group. Back to following Paul.
Transfer your weight backwards, turn your left toe in, open up, carrying a ball, step the right foot out, wall off, turn both hands out.
Start again from the beginning.
Transfer your weight backwards, turn the toe in, open up, carrying a ball, step out, wall off, turn your hands, roll back, join hands, push forward, separate your hands.
Follow Ian.
Transfer your weight backwards, open up your hands, carrying a ball, step to the right, wall off, turn your hands, roll back, join hands, push out, separate your hands.
Now follow the group. Back to following Paul.
Transfer your weight backwards, turn the left toe inwards, open up, step the right foot to the right, wall off, turn both hands, roll back, make sure your movements are directed by your waist. Join hands, push, straighten out, forward, open up.
Now from the beginning again.
Transfer your weight backwards, open your hands out, carrying a ball, step the right foot out, wall off, turn both hands, bring the hands down and sideways, join hands, push, open up. Now here, bring both hands back to in front of the chest, down to in front of the hip, and then move up in a curve.
Follow Ian.
Transfer your weight back, turn, open your hands up, carrying a ball, step the right foot out, wall off, turn both hands, roll back, join hands, push out, separate your hands, bring your hands back and down, and then push out gently in a curve upwards.
Now follow the group. Back to following Paul.
Transfer your weight, turn your left toe inwards, open your hands out, carrying a ball, step the right foot out, wall off, turn both hands out, roll back, join hands, turn, open your hands up, bring your hands down to in front of the hip, push out.
Let's look at some common problems.
The common mistake here is When people do the final push, they tend to do it with harsh, rough strength. Ian will demonstrate the incorrect way. There's no feeling in it, there's no power in it, he simply just push forward. That is incorrect. You should push with like this, with feelings, with the strength and power coming from his waist, and the movement should come gradually in a curve. The sixth form Tai Chi Chuan is now nearly finished. Please practice until you can do it well. If you are unable to remember the forms, then you should go back to the earlier lessons, practice each lesson until you are familiar with it before you proceed to the next lesson.
Welcome back to Lesson 6. We will start with the warm-up exercises with every lesson. Please follow the group. The first exercise, turn your waist with fists closed. Make sure you are standing straight. Relax and tuck your chin in. Please do all movements gently and smoothly. Do each movement 3 times and be sure not to overextend yourself. The second warm-up exercise, stretch your arm over your head. Put your right hand on your hip and stretch your left arm gently over your head. Return to the beginning position before starting the next movement. Do all movements slowly. The third warm-up exercise, turning hip. Turn your hip in a circular motion, within your own comfortable range, keeping your feet completely on the ground, turning gently and slowly, and then in the reverse direction. The fourth warm-up exercise, hands touching opposite toes. Open your legs wider for this exercise. Make sure your left knee is bent so that you won't overstretch your back. Stand up straight before bending down again. The fifth warm-up exercise, turning knees in circles. Bend down to your own comfortable range. Please don't make yourself go too low. Turn your knees in gentle circles. Reverse direction and turn the other way 3 times. The sixth warm-up exercise, ankle and toes turning. Step back a little and keep the ball of your foot on the ground. Move your foot in a circular fashion, gently and continuously. Let's revise what we have learnt so far. Please practice regularly. When you are able to do the forms well, try to concentrate to feel the movements and to perform them as correctly as possible. One of the ways to feel the movement is to imagine that the air around you is thick and heavy and you have to move against its resistance. Or when you are swimming and you are moving against the resistance of water.
The sixth form Tai Chi Chuan is now nearly finished. Please practice until you can do it well. If you are unable to remember the forms, then you should go back to the earlier lessons. Practice each lesson until you are familiar with it before you proceed to the next lesson. The last lesson we finish off from here. The next move is transfer your weight first. Bring the right toe inwards. Open up both your hands, looking at the left hand.
Follow Ian.
Transfer your weight backwards. Turn your right toe inwards 90 degrees. Open up your hands in a curve. Weights on the left side.
Now follow the group. Back to following Paul.
Transfer your weight backwards, turn the right toe inwards, open up your hands.
Start again from the beginning.
Transfer your weight backwards, turn the right toe inwards, open up your hands. Bring your hands down in a curve and cross each other at the wrist, and bring your left foot in.
Follow Ian.
Transfer your weight backwards, turn the right toe inwards, open up both your hands, and bring both hands around to cross each other at the wrist. Bring the left foot next to the right so that both feet are separated by shoulder width.
Now follow the group. Back to following Paul.
Transfer your weight backwards, turn the right toe inwards, open up your hands, keep the hand turning in curve, bring the left foot in.
Let's start from the beginning.
Transfer your weight backwards, turn the right toe inwards, open up your hands, cross your hands, and lifting up, staying up. Separate your hands so that your hands are now separated by shoulder width and in shoulder height.
Follow Ian.
Transfer your weight backwards, turn your right toe inwards, open up your hands, cross your hands at the wrist. Bring your hands up and staying up. Separate your hands to shoulder width.
Now follow the group. Back to following Paul.
Transfer your weight backwards, turn your right toe inwards, open up your hands, cross your hands, stand up, separate your hands.
Let's start from the beginning.
Transfer your weight backwards, turn the right toe inwards, open up your hands, cross your hands at the wrist, bring your hands up, separate your hands, bring your hands down slowly, lift your left heel up, bring both feet together.
Follow Ian.
Transfer your weight backwards, turn your right toe inwards, open up your hands, cross your hands in front, bring your hands up, separate your hands, bring your hands down slowly, gently, beside your thigh, Then bring the left foot next to the right.
Now follow the group. Back to following Paul.
Transfer your weight backwards, turn the right toe inwards, open up your hands, cross your hands, bring the left foot back, stand up, separate your hands, hands down, lift the left heel up first, feet together.
After you have finished the set, relax and give yourself a few seconds to let your chi sink to the downtown. The meaning of chi and downtown will be explained later. At this stage, simply relax for a few seconds after you have finished the set. Paul will now do the whole set of 6 forms of Tai Chi Chuan twice, first facing you and then from the reverse direction.
Tai Chi Chuan contains many of the oldest Qigong exercises. Qigong is a form of exercise which is designed to cultivate Qi. Qigong has two words in Chinese. Qi is a life energy inside a person. The stronger Qi you have, the healthier and stronger you are. Gong here means a form of exercise. I choose 3 of the best Qigong exercise and condense them into one. The 3-in-1 Qigong can be practiced by itself, or it can practice together with the 6-form Tai Chi Chuan. It will improve your level of Tai Chi Chuan and is especially effective for mental relaxation. To start with, put your feet apart so both of your feet are separated by about shoulder width, parallel to each other. Relax, cleanse your mind. Started with the top, keep your body straight and upright. Tuck your chin slightly in. Let's start. Bring both your hands up slowly as though there's 2 balloons lifting your hands up, and breathe in gently. Press down with both your hands as though you're pressing down 2 balloons, and breathe out. Now turn your hands around so you're forming a curve, a circular curve, as though you're carrying a big ball around you. In this posture, your body should be upright, your hip is bent, your knee should be in the same line as your toe, so the knee not further out from the same line as your toe. Important thing here is to keep your body straight and your mind clean. Don't think of any of your work or any problems. Think of something serene or think of nothing. Just relax, maintain posture, and stand until your legs is a little bit sore and you find it hard to stand up. Then we do the next segment. Stand up slowly, breathe in and open your hands, and breathe out, press your hands together. Try to get your palm face each other. As you open up, breathe in, imagine there is a gentle resistance against both your palms. As you open up, breathe in, and then bend down as you press the 2 palms together. Maintain your body upright. Open up, breathe in, and closing and breathe out. Now the next segment, don't stand up anymore. Open your hands up again. Breathe in. Still imagine there is a gentle resistance against your opening up, and another gentle resistance against you pressing in. Qi is usually stored in dantian, 3 inches below your belly button. If you can't feel the Qi, just think of this area as you breathe in and out. Open as you breathe in. Press in, breathe out. Think of the dantian, 3 inches below the belly button. And when you have enough, you can stop here, bring your hands back to where you started, and then bring your hands down and stand up slowly. And after the 3-in-1 Qigong, walks around a little bit to relax.
Thank you for joining us. Please keep practicing and do enjoy the practice and benefits of this wonderful art. The preview of other Tai Chi videos by Dr. Paul Lam will follow. The 24 Forms. This is a detailed teaching video of the world's most popular Tai Chi forms, the 24 Forms, which is considered suitable for people of almost any level of physical fitness and age. For those people who have previously learnt the 6 forms, this will be the logical next forms to learn. The tape includes 6 Qigong exercises for relaxation and 7 single movements for easier learning. The duration of this video is 2 hours. Tai Chi Sword, the 32 Forms. This is a detailed teaching video of the world's most popular Tai Chi sword forms, the 32 Forms, and is suitable for people of almost any level of physical fitness and age. It is particularly suitable for those people who have already learnt one of the Tai Chi forms, as the 32 Forms Tai Chi sword is a graceful extension of the essential principles of Tai Chi. The combined 42 forms. The combined 42 forms is becoming very popular because it contains most of the principal characteristics of the 4 major Tai Chi Chuan styles. It is the official forms used in all major international competitions. Considered to be one of the best forms of Tai Chi Chuan ever created, it is suitable for all levels. Because of their length, the forms have been divided into 2 volumes, which can be studied independently or as a whole. Each video runs for approximately 75 minutes.
Will lean too far forward like this, and that is wrong and not healthy to your back. Your body should be upright in a straight line, as this.
Self-defense application, Chen Style 32 Forms, Part 1. This teaching video contains the first 10 of the Chen Style 32 forms, including its self-defense applications. Each of the individual movements of these forms can be effectively applied to self-defense. Understanding the practical applications of the forms will help correct your performance, making practicing more purposeful and improving the overall level of your Tai Chi Chuan. Self-defense application, Chen Style 32 Forms, Part 2. This teaching video contains the last 22 forms, including its self-defense applications. Once again, each of the individual movements of these forms can be effectively applied to self-defense. Understanding the practical applications of the forms will help correct your performance, making practicing more purposeful and improving the overall level of your Tai Chi Chuan. It has been produced by Dr. Paul Lam and Master Peter Wu. The 36 Forms Chen Style Tai Chi Chuan. The 36 Forms Chen Style Tai Chi Chuan was created by Professor Kangui Shang of Beijing University of Physical Science in 1983. Professor Kan was also the creator of the Chinese national competition forms. The 36 forms is the most popular set of Chen-style forms in use in the world today. This detailed teaching video lasts for 2.5 hours and features a demonstration of the complete set of forms by the creator herself. It is recommended for experienced Tai Chi practitioners or people who have studied other martial arts. For more information, please contact your local video distributor. If you're unable to find a distributor of our videos, please contact East Acton Videos, 4 Fisher Place, Narwee, New South Wales, 2209, Australia.